may not be religion itself that has survival value, but something like, say, a tendency to obey tribal elders, to believe what tribal elders tell you, especially if you're a child. And I think it's easy to imagine reasons why children should obey and believe their children, their parents, especially in a country like this where there are so many poisonous snakes around, including, I learned from Bill Bryson's book about Australia that I was reading, one called the Eastern Groin Groper. Can that be? Anyway, if a parent says, my child, don't pick up snakes, that would clearly be wise advice, and children don't have the freedom to experiment with such pieces of wisdom. They better believe their parents when their parents say, don't pick up snakes, or don't pick up spiders. So the rule of thumb that would be built in by natural selection into a child brain, believe whatever your parents tell you, quite clearly could have survival value. Now, once that rule of thumb has been built into the nervous system, once the brain has been hardwired to be, as a child, credulous and believe what your parents tell you, then that is automatically open to any sort of statement that the parent might make, which could be a religious statement. And the child brain, with the rule of thumb, believe what your parents tell you, has no way of knowing whether the advice being given is sensible advice, like don't pick up Eastern groin gropers, or whether it is nonsense, like you have to bow to the great God of the mountains 3 times a day, or whatever it might be. How is the child brain to know? The survival value lies in the psychological predisposition to believe your parents, and the consequence of that psychological predisposition might very well be religion. And there are all sorts of, that's just one example of the kind of psychological predisposition I'm talking about. There could be others.